PDSAs are only for two things. We're either trying to learn or we're trying to improve, or we're trying to do both. If I'm trying to learn or improve, then I have a PDSA cycle. It has three basic questions. What are we trying to accomplish? And then the second question is often called the data question. How are we going to know that a change is an improvement? That's where we actually get data and feedback from our process so that we know that the changes are actually effective, which is the third question. What changes do we need to make to our process? Within this, when we start talking about changes, we get into the PDSA cycle, plan, do, study, act, that Dr. Deming was so effective in bringing to life. The PDSA cycle came directly from an understanding all four parts of the system of profound knowledge. I'm going to focus right now just on theory of knowledge, the idea that in the real world up here, we might have hunches, ideas, and theories about that world. And often we have to actually test those theories. And so we go here and we visit the real world to test those theories. And it's an iterative process. And so if I start up here, this would be the plan part of the PDSA cycle, where I lay out my questions and my predictions about what I expect to see in the real world. And then in the do part, I actually run down here and I visit the real world and I run tests, I collect data. And then from that, then I go back up here and I take action. And after I've done a bit of study, that's always very important to do the bit of study. And once we get down in here, we're actually doing carrying out the experiment and do, which is critical to actually watch the experiment, to write down any anomalies that are occurring, special causes, or any of that. And then based on that, we take our predictions and what we predicted based on the data. And then from that, we do our study. And from that study, then we take action.